Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to The Extraordinary Expletive. You got your boy J Dubs over here,
Kenny G's over here.
and tonight we are talking about Kenny's fucking hairdo. Look at that shit. Oh my
You can't even
god.
really tell with the headset.
Yeah. Okay, so for good measure here, Kenny's got a mohawk on. Like he's wearing one, like a hat. But
I put my hair up.
yeah. Yeah, the headsets kind of smush it down. But tonight we are talking about punk rock and our experience with it and the movement itself in general. A couple bands that maybe you should check out. Doing a little history sesh back and forth, I guess.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, it's weird that I'm like, hey, check this band out. They've been around since like 1970.
yeah,
That's
really.
what it is.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but punk rock's old as hell. You know what I mean? Like punk rock was like right around the age, like
My
hell,
dad was like 16 whenever punk rock came out.
yeah, dude, like the end of like Zeppelin and all that shit. I mean, they were still playing when punk rock was going on.
Yeah.
It was definitely
John Lennon was still alive. He was.
Uh, you know the differences between people and John
Uh,
That's a good one. Yeah. I think I messed that up, didn't I? Yeah. What is it? What's the
what's the
difference?
difference between people and bullets?
Oh yeah, people and bullets. Yeah, people miss John Lennon. Okay, so punk rock. Punk rock started out. You know what I mean? Hell, I think the first year they said was '76, from when I was looking it up.
76 was the first year, but I mean, even its roots go back further than that.
Yeah, I read. Like around like '64. You had like a lot of big bands, people who still played like they looked like the Animals. You know what I mean?
The one that I heard that goes back the furthest was I forget the guy's name, but he recorded under the name The Phantom, and he came
Okay.
up with a rockabilly track called
Yeah.
"Love Me," and it was from like
Yeah.
1958.
Yeah, and he had that weird way of singing. And
Yeah,
I
it
kind
was-
of feel
it
that's
was-
where the
It
rockabilly
actually
started.
it was kind of like an Elvis way of doing it,
Yeah.
with the fractured vocals. And
Yeah.
like, ooh, like,
Yeah.
yeah, he was doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was looking up a lot of history videos, like, before we did this, just kind of educate myself on some stuff I didn't know prior, you know what I mean? Because I was into the punk scene, I didn't really ever think about, where'd this come from?
Yeah, John was actually showing me. He has like a huge book on like the history of punk rock, and like it has all kinds of pictures and stuff. It's so cool. He showed it to me before I came here.
Okay.
He was like,
and,
"You should take that," and I'm like, I should have brought it, but
yeah, show it off.
yeah, yeah, but no, it's really interesting because it was this time. It was, I mean, punk rock itself. It's not only the music so much; it's also like a style. It's a whole movement in itself.
Yeah,
It's not-
lifestyle
yeah.
illness.
Yeah, because people are like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude. For anybody who's never actually listened to punk rock, that's what punk rock was. Like, that was the movement, you know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, anarchy, fuck rules, fuck the government. People were tired of being held down, you know what I mean? And they just needed this release, and punk rock was that release that they went for, you know what I mean?
I mean, look at a man like the Dead Kennedys. They hate everything.
Yeah,
Government.
fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, speaking back on history, I mean, one of the big bands definitely would be, like, the Ramones, and then,
The Ramones were the first ones to release a punk rock single in the United States,
yeah.
and the Damned did it in the UK. But
Okay.
the Damned did it like 3 months later, and I love the Damned. Machine Gun Etiquette is a great album.
Yeah. I think in '76, that was when the Sex Pistols dropped their album as well. And everybody went fucking nuts about that. And,
I hate the Sex Pistols.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan. You know what I mean? They're definitely, they got their roots. They're an influential part of this genre that we're speaking of.
No,
You know what I mean?
there's all kinds of bands from like Green Day to Oasis to like Motorhead. Their side, like the Sex Pistols, influenced them in some way.
Yeah. They sang about like,
Anarchy in the UK.
anarchy for sure. That
God
was,
Save the Queen.
they were also, very explicit. That was something that came out that, everybody's used to this kind of innuendos of saying swear words or like a certain way to say, a sexual term, but they were literally just fuck. Like, they didn't care. You know what I mean? That was their middle finger to everybody else. And like, musically speaking, like, punk rock is not by any means are you going to listen to a punk guy and be like, dude, that guy can shred. You know what I mean? You don't often
Punk
hear
rock's all just
solos.
power chords.
That's all it is, man.
You didn't get the solos until you went to hardcore, but that's later on down. That's in like the mid '80s.
Yeah.
Punk had been around for 10 years before hardcore came around.
Yeah, and that's that's where it evolved into. You know what I mean? But I think we had talked. I might be mistaken on this one, but the Stooges.
Yeah.
I do believe they were one of the first bands to record a song that actually had power chords in it. Most other stuff.
I don't know if that's 100% true. I mean, I would believe that.
Yeah. It was in a video I was watching. I can't remember if it was the Stooges or not.
The Stooges...
That Love Me.
The Stooges and the Kinks, I would say, are like the two biggest influencers. For it. They're not punk rock bands, but they are the ones that influenced the punk rock.
Yeah,
movement.
they had those that fast kind of distortion that wasn't normal. I found that to be like hard to believe. You know what I mean? Going back and like looking at those, like I told you, they like guys that looked like the band The Animals. You know what I mean?
It's something that you don't think about until someone says it. Until someone says something like, "Hey, the Stooges influenced punk rock," you're like, "Oh my God, you're right."
Hey man, no they didn't. Dude, listen to this
It's
and now
like-
listen to this.
Somebody brought it up, or I saw in this thing where they said that Johnny Rotten, his image was based off of Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie. I'm like, no, it wasn't. And then like I saw pictures, I'm like, oh my God, it was.
Oh, okay.
Like, go look at pictures of like Johnny Rotten, like,
Yeah.
and you see him, you're like, wow, that is totally David Bowie inspired,
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah, that's, influence, man. It comes from everywhere. Somebody's got to have something that they like, and they're like, hey, dude, I want to kind of do something like this. So, hearing that first riff or that, the way the song sounded from the Stooges, actually, I do believe it was Iggy Pop who was talking about Love Me. He said he was in high school, heard that song on the radio, and then, like, went home and just immediately listened to it over and over again. He was like, it just had this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just wow, that song really hit him, and then inspired him to go out and be like, Iggy Pop's a big name. You know what I mean? You think punk rock, like, I guess most people don't know him, but he's been around for quite some time.
I'm surprised Iggy Pop's still alive.
Yeah, 100% honest though too, man. I mean, that guy's done some shit.
He's like in his 70s.
Yeah, I mean,
He might even be in his 80s by now.
have you seen the pictures of him live on stage with his wrinkly ass stomach?
Yeah.
Like, ugh, like, more power to you, dude. But you look like a fucking wrinkled up leather bag, like literally. You're even the same color as my mom's purse, like, dude.
Good for him for still touring though.
Yeah,
Or
and,
doing. I mean, maybe he's not touring, but he's still doing shows.
Yeah, and I don't know. His energy might have died out a little bit. I haven't seen it by any means, but all right. So back to the basics. We're going. Sex Pistols. We got the Ramones. Ramones were fucking huge, man. I was in a punk rock band back when I was 15. You know what I mean? We fucked around with some covers. We wrote our own shit. But we always, like, at practice would play Blitzkrieg Bop. And then, like, okay, we'd stop playing it. Like, all right, do it again, but fucking faster. And, like, you know what I mean? It was just, it was an easy song to sing. Like, you didn't have to be vocally talented to sing punk rock, dude. Like, most of the time, they're just yelling.
You don't, like, I'm not saying that punk rock vocalists aren't talented. I'm just saying that you don't have to be. You don't have to be a good instrumentalist to be in a punk rock band. All your songs are a minute, 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
My favorite punk rock album of all time, Milo Goes to College by The Descendants, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like 14 songs. It's like 30.
14 and 30.
It's something. Oh, God.
Meanwhile, I got, like,
I think, yeah, it's not, it's like some songs are on like 50 seconds. I think
Yeah.
the longest one on the entire album is like a minute 30.
Jeez.
Like, it's just.
We actually watched, there was a live video of the Ramones playing Blitzkrieg Bop, and I think it was 53 seconds long. Like, in the original recordings, around like a minute 30. Dude, it was like, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And like, that's what Tom would always say, dude, play it like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, dude, it was just release of energy. You know what I mean? If you ever gone to a punk rock show, it is unlike any mainstream show you've ever been to. You know what I mean? You're down in a fucking basement somewhere, like, everybody's sweaty as fuck, beers all around, but, like, the people up on stage completely take away from the whole pedestal rock star thing. Like, they fucking hate that. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's the way punk rock is, though.
That's how it should be, dude. They're like, come up here and enjoy this.
I think, like, the Sex Pistols last show, there were like 40 people in attendance.
Damn.
That was in like, and again, that was in the mid 70s. Refused, which, later on, you're talking like 99.
Yeah.
Their last show was in a basement in Virginia, and it got busted up by the police.
Yeah.
The police got a noise complaint and busted
I mean,
up.
I've
But
seen
that was before they recorded their they recorded their album, The Sound of Punk to Come.
Shape of Punk to Come?
Whatever. The Shape of Punk to Come. I always get it confused. But
Sorry, go ahead.
they recorded The Shape of Punk to Come. It got released. It sold like 7,000. It sold to shit. It didn't sell for shit. They did their show in Virginia. They broke up. And then the music video for New Noise got played on MTV like 3 months later, and they got huge.
And then
they were like,
back.
we're already done.
Yeah.
And they didn't get back together for another 16 years.
Yeah. But like going back to the shows, man. I've in Pittsburgh, the Rex Theater. It's not a huge place, old movie theater, and all the seats ripped out and shit. But I went and seen the Casualties play live there, and it was fucking amazing. Like, it was nuts. It was the first show I'd ever been to where like there was no security stopping you. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I was doing front flips off the stage and shit. You know what I mean? That's what everybody does, dude. Fucking the acceptance in punk rock too. You know what I mean? Like, look at Jorge from the Casualties, dude. He's a Mexican guy. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody gave a fuck. Yeah. It's not about race. It's about, dude, do you hear that guy's voice? Yeah, get on my back. Like, you're like, holy shit. Fuck yeah. Like, you could literally, like, fucking punch a hole in some drywall, like, after checking a monster. Listen to that shit.
My name's not Kyle.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Everybody's Kyle when you listen to punk rock. Fuck yeah! Like, it's a uniting thing, you know what I mean? Because being a punk fan, I was never like a preppy, jock kid like that. I always listened to weird shit. I was like, if you want to be like the outcast of the school, and I had my group of like 5 friends, but we connected with music, you know what I mean? Like, Tom, fucking Roland Lewis, Seth, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to Roland Lewis, by the way, for our awesome fucking designs. I appreciate that so much, sir. But anyways, like, he was a big influence to me. He showed me bands that, I'd never fucking heard of. He's like, yeah, well, check these guys out. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, most punk rock I'd ever heard, I was like, oh, dude, yeah, Green Day's sweet. And he's like, what?
The thing with punk rock, though, is most of those bands they flash.
Yeah.
They would do, like, an album or two, and then they're done, Or you have bands like AFI, like their first, like The Art of Drowning, Answer That and Stay Fashionable, and then you got to sing the Sorry. You're like, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
Green Day, they had like Dookie, and then once they got to American Idiot, you're like, what is this? This isn't.
Yeah. And I mean, going from Dookie, bands like, I would say, like the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, fucking Bad Brains, shit like that. They influenced the pop punk scene that is nowadays. You know what I mean? They took that movement and they're like, dude, this is catching a lot of people. They might not even saying like, hey, it's a marketing strategy, but you didn't have bands like that were playing these like power chord riffs and like have that punky drum beat to it, but then they have this like, weird singing that's definitely not punk. You know what I mean? It was way different. It's an influence that came from somewhere else and now has evolved into this. So, it made it a little easier listening for people who didn't really get into that heavy punk scene, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Hardcore punk too, though. I mean, that's people like punk rock, but then like hardcore punk's it's a different animal, really.
Yeah.
You'll get people who like hardcore that don't like punk rock at all.
Yeah, for sure. Most people who were hardcore too were definitely straight edge.
Yeah,
like, that was a huge scene. You know what I
mean? Being straight edge, which I never really understood, because punk rock's the opposite of that.
I think that's why they maybe not so into punk. You know what I mean? There's a lot of drinking. People smoking joints and fucking cigarettes and shit.
It's like hardcore was like, hey, we're gonna be heavier, more melodic, but we're gonna be straight edge. We're not gonna party.
Yeah, we're gonna be fucking badass. But fuck no, I'm not smoking that cigarette.
Yeah.
Put that shit out. Like, there's never been a punk rock person in my life that I've met. Somebody who, like, got into punk rock that hasn't smoked cigarettes at least once in their life. You know what I mean? Like, No, dude, that's a thing. Like, it comes hand in hand. Like, oh yeah, you want to like punk? Yeah, dude, you gotta at least hit this marble once.
John's never smoked.
Fuck out of here. I
John's,
bet you he's tried it.
nope,
No.
nothing ever.
Jesus.
He won't smoke cigars because he thinks he's gonna like it.
Oh.
He's like, I won't do this because I think I'm gonna like it. I'm like,
Well, tell him to go listen to Minor Threat and shut up.
he likes Minor.
I know. That's very hardcore. But yeah, hardcore bands, dude. Minor Threat.
Bad Brains is one of my favorites. Suicidal Tendencies is probably my favorite.
Suicidal Tendencies were cool as fuck.
Yeah.
They
bunch of cholos just.
Yeah, dude. They influence a lot of people, especially even fashion wise. You know what I mean? Like, how many people have I seen with suicidal tendency hats that have suicidal tendencies written on the bill? On
They'll
the
just
bottom?
have suicidal
You know
like written
I mean?
on the. Yeah.
Like that was cool as fuck. They were like, dude, fuck these hats, man. Whoop. Like, it's like they're gonna do things different, and that's what they wanted to do.
They're
like,
so talented too.
Yeah, like
Go ahead and try and play Suicide's an Alternative.
yeah,
That song's so just the guitar for it's stupid.
yeah. Even like institutionalized, like it's slower, but even just like that song itself, the doom, 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 like it just had this groove to it. You know what I mean? It was cool as fuck.
One year for they actually had their own record label called Suicidal Records. At one point.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they have an. There's an album I bought it for John for his birthday. It's called Welcome to Venice. It's an EP. There's 4 songs on each side. They have one song on it, and then there's a band called Beowulf that has a song on it, and then I forget what the other. They're all just local bands from Venice Beach.
Yeah.
But it's like super rare, and I bought it for him for his birthday. Like, it was only ever released on vinyl and cassette tape. They've never re-released it on CD or digital format or anything.
That's nuts.
It's only on vinyl, and so like if you're trying to buy a copy, you have to find like a 30-year-old copy. They only did the original prints. There's no reprints, nothing.
So how do you redo that? You can't. I guess.
How do you redo what?
Like if you wanted to put it on something else.
I'm sure you can find the songs online.
Yeah.
But you're at the time now. You can find songs online, but it was never re-released. Is a thing. I mean, like you might be able to find it on like YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even I've seen stuff by bands that it was like unreleased demos that you find online. I'm like, I don't know where this came from, but
yeah,
okay.
Where'd you get this?
Yeah.
It was unreleased.
It says unreleased demo, but it's clearly here.
Yeah, this has definitely been released somewhere.
So what's like your favorite punk rock band?
Honestly, I mean, I went through a couple phases. I'm pretty particular to the Refused. I like them a lot. Their album, Shape of Punk to Come, you know what I mean? It was the first time I heard New Noise, I was like, dude, like when he just gotta scream in the beginning, dude, I was like, oh.
Have you ever listened to Snapcase?
I have not.
Okay, Snapcase was on Victory Records with Refused at the time. And in the beginning, the chugging they're doing is kind of a hit at Snapcase because that's how Snapcase played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, they were cool, but, Jesus. I'm trying to think of. I mean, like, I got in.
You'd probably really like Snapcase, actually.
I really got into Anti-Flag, like their old shit.
Yeah.
And they were, like, look at the name. Like, we're going back on
What about
shit
Black
like
Flag?
Black Flag, I didn't listen to a lot of. I probably have honestly only heard about 3 of them.
TV Party?
No.
That's the best Black Flag song.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, see, you're going to be like the punk rock guru here. We go to talk about metal. I'm going to make you look like a little bitch.
That's what you think.
Yeah. Oh, man, who was it? I mean, I can't even think of their name right now. They do a punk rock cover of Painted Black.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's going to bug me.
It's not Jesus Christ.
It's definitely not. But can you imagine him in a punk rock band?
Oh, dude.
The Disciples instead of the
Dude,
Descendants.
he's so punk rock, he's bleeding from his eyes.
Yeah, holy shit.
He's like, Stigmata.
Did he just stab 2 holes in his hands? This guy's fucking badass. Everybody with the X's on their hands just starts doing that instead. That's fucked up. But, yeah, man, I can't think of that band. It's going to bug me. I seen them play.
Jamie, why don't you look that up?
Yeah, Jamie, will you look that up? You got your telephone on you?
I do have my telephone
Let me
on
see your telephone.
I'll do it.
Yeah, do it. Punk rock cover of,
You're going to have to keep on talking while I do this.
I'm going to keep on talking because I seen these guys play.
I was looking at that Monomarth picture.
Oh, man, that's a good one. Oh, I don't even know what that was. But I seen them play in Warped Tour, and it was one of the most badass memories of my life. they were on stage playing and a side stage nonetheless, and they finished up with that cover of Painted Black. And as soon as they're done, like they finish playing, they look up at the skies, dude. Everything's like dark as all hell. It was insane, and it started hailing.
The Unseen?
The Unseen, Jesus, man. Oh yes. So thank you so much. But yeah, Unseen playing. As soon as they're done, dude, the skies just fucking opened up. It starts hailing and raining, and the wind's blowing. You can look this up. I think it was 2007 maybe. The storm was so bad in Cleveland at the Pavilion. You know how they have the big screens? Dude, the wind caught those motherfuckers, blew them completely off over top of like 5,000 people and hit these fences behind it. Dude, we all like got escorted out, go up into the mall and shit. And I was like, did you guys see that Unseen show? This is all because of that, dude. Holy fuck. Like it was a cool time, you know what I mean? And one thing I always hated about going to punk shows, though, is you always have that one big motherfucker with boots, and he's wearing a vest with fucking spikes on it, man. And you get in a mosh pit with that guy, you're gonna bleed. Like, it doesn't matter.
I want a battle jacket really bad, but I would not get spikes. Well, I want a denim one anyway. I don't want leather.
Justin Grossman, do you know him?
No.
Oh, he was always the denim jacket, had a couple of spikes on him, and patches everywhere. That was huge. You know what I mean? People like punk bands.
If you still go to metal shows or punk shows, you still see people with battle jackets.
Yeah.
But
I never bought one.
I want one.
Yeah. Like
I have a nice Copenhagen patch for it.
You should get Wanderer patches.
Yeah.
just those.
He's going to be on the show in 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, if you guys are listening, be sure to tune in 2 weeks. We got Mr. David Busco from the band Wanderer stopping in and giving us a little music education. But what would you say? I mean, the Descendants are definitely your favorite band? Well, tell me about them. I don't know shit about them.
You've never listened to Descendants?
Never.
Their first album was called Milo Goes to College, and that's my favorite one. But it's because their lead singer Milo was literally going to college.
That's sweet.
So that's why they called it Milo Goes to College, and they have a little caricature. You've seen it on the back of my Jeep.
Yeah.
They still tour. They're actually going to be in Pittsburgh, but he went to school, got his degree. You know, he's a scientist, but they still do tours and stuff because that's what they like to do.
So are they, like that early punk rock shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not more like hardcore scene kind
of.
No,
they're not hardcore. Suburban Homes is like my favorite song by them. Like,
okay.
It just starts off, it's like, I want to be stereotyped. I want to be classified. And then it just hits you with the music.
I've heard that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's them.
Nice.
Okay. And then I also really like Bad Brains.
Yeah, Bad Brains are cool. They had kind of like a reggae influence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were tribal punk, if you will. They were cool, man.
Their album's actually called Banned in D.C. because they were literally banned in D.C. They were banned from playing in D.C. because... and they went to a park or something, or they wanted to play like this like little festival in this park or whatever, and the organizers were like, okay, well, what do you play? And they were like, oh, we do like Beatles covers, and they're like, okay, yeah. And then like the show comes and there's all these guys in leather jackets and spikes and everything with mohawks, and everyone's like, well, what's going on? And they started playing. They're like, nope, cut them off.
Oh,
they were not allowed to play.
What's going on? Oh, dude, he's about to play Let It Be.
Yeah. It was something.
That's sweet. That reminds me of Kurt Cobain. Very, very punk rock likey guy, and he was not supposed to play "Rape Me" on stage during the MTV Music Awards. I think it was when they were out there.
I know he wasn't supposed to play "Territorial Pissings" on Saturday Night Live. They told him not to play that.
Well, he was told specifically not to play "Rape Me" because of the words "rape me."
Yeah.
So you know how it starts out, and it sounds a lot like "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Yeah.
They didn't play "Smells Like Teen Spirit" that night, and he walked out on stage and he played the beginning chords of that, and then just went into "Rape Me," and they were like, "Well, we can't fucking stop him now." You know what I mean? Everybody's into this. That's a very punk rock move. Like, tell me that I can't do something, and I'm gonna have to do it.
I mean, a lot of bands were inspired by punk rock, or like a lot of grunge bands.
Yeah.
Like,
where do you think? Nah, we'll save that for another episode. Yeah, we should discuss grunge next week. We had a request on that.
You should. I mean, even
that'd be a good transition from this into there.
you look at bands like the Talking Heads, they were supposed to be the new wave of punk rock, but they weren't really punk rock so much.
No.
And that genre just became known as new wave.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I didn't really get into that kind of shit. I always stuck to, how do you feel about Rancid?
my dog's name is Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. She's named after the Rancid song Ruby Soho.
I mean, they were a cool
I call her
punk.
Ruby for short, though.
Yeah.
It's too
that's
much.
sweet.
It's too much to yell at her.
You know how much money it'd cost you to get a dog tag made? Like the whole thing, like those little bones that hang from her collar.
There'd be one for each Ruby and one for Soho.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
If I'm like really mad, I'm like Ruby Soho.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
Why you gotta use my government name? Damn. I really dig Rancid, man. I liked that they had that very punk
So are you
vibe.
big into like ska punk then?
Dude, yeah. Fuck yeah.
I don't really. I like ska. I like punk. I just together it just it doesn't do it for me.
Ska itself is like, that punk rocky reggae.
Right,
Like that's
but-
all it is, man.
Right, but I don't know. I can't do.
Ska punk kills me, man. It's just like, oh shit. Like, Fall Back Down by fucking Rancid. Like, that's just.
You're just
That's a good
rocking
one.
out, and all of a sudden this trumpet comes in.
Yeah,
and you're like,
like,
fuck yeah,
Dude, I fucking love
I didn't know I needed this trombone.
This is sweet. So you never got into bands like, what is it? Authority Zero?
Nope.
No? Oh, man. What is the other one? Something Fish. Citizen Fish?
Nope.
No? Damn. Okay, how did you feel about, do you ever listen to, like, Leftover Crack?
No.
What? They're very, very punk rocky, but in their own sort of way.
Mhm.
They also had a band named Choking Victim. It was pretty much just the same members with a different band, but
So it's like Sublime with Rome.
kind of. But yeah, they were kind of they were like a hardcore punk ska. Like they had a song called Crack Rock Steady, and it just literally about smoking crack, but it's the happiest like.
Hard, hardcore. Well, hardcore punk to me is sorry, you brought it up, but you said like hardcore punk, but like thinking about those bands sound so different. Like if you play like a Ramones song and then you play like a song by the Cramps, like it has like the same, or like TSOL and the Damned, it has like the same feel to it. But then like if you play a band like Bad Brains and then you play a band like Suicidal Tendencies, they don't sound a lot alike, but they're still hardcore punk.
Yeah.
Or a band like Sick of It All, they don't sound the same as Bad Brains. It's just they are like if you show it to me, you're like, I would say that's a hardcore punk song, but at the same time they don't sound alike.
Yeah, I think that's where going back. To
like ska punk, they all kind of sound the same.
Yeah, going back to our first episode though, like genres, like that's what splits it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have definite like
There's things
roots of that.
yes.
So that's the basis of them. Their songs might differ from that a little bit, but
Have you ever listened to
Still
Sick of It All?
I have not.
They're sick.
They're sick
They're fucking awesome.
of it all.
They are sick of it all because they're a punk band, so they're angry and they hate everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like with the ska punk, I got
They're
a
more
lot
positive.
I got a lot of happy emotions. You get a lot of happy tones out of there. You got a lot of minor chords and shit, and just darker sounding stuff when you get into punk rock, and you're fucking angry about it. Like, but afterwards you're not so angry. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. You know what I mean? But punk itself, dude, that anger had a message for a reason.
I mean, Dead Kennedys have a song called "I Kill Children."
Well, there you go. Like I said, it had a
They have
message for a reason.
They have another song called "Kill the Poor."
Jeez. Yeah.
And then they have a song called "Soup is Good Food."
Was it about soup?
It's been so long since I've heard that song.
Yeah, dude.
D Nice was like D Nice. We were out for St. Patrick's Day, and Jimmy was like, "Put on some Dead Kennedys on the jukebox," and he went and played "Soup is Good Food." And he's like, "Maybe something people actually know."
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've heard that one.
Yeah, I don't think I
The
know.
first time I heard it, I'm like, "This is really weird."
Yeah. Yeah, so different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that's a cool thing with punk rock.
I think the imagery too of punk rock, like you'll see, like it's just something like all beat up,
it doesn't have to have class.
What's the name of the guitarist for the Sex Pistols? John just showed me. He just showed me this photo.
Steven Tyler.
Okay, that's Aerosmith, but
Oh my gosh, my dog is barking. I apologize if anybody can hear that. Oh, but go on. The lead
no,
guitarist.
it was the guitarist for the Sex Pistols. His guitar was like something he stole off of like the guitars from like the New York Dolls,
Yeah.
and his amp he stole from like a record store. And it was just like the most basic guitar and the most basic amp, and it was just a picture he showed me, and it's the amp in the corner with it has Sex Pistols written on it. There's garbage everywhere because they're at a show and people were throwing shit, and the guitar just leaned up against the amp, and I'm like, that's a punk rock picture. It has Sex Pistols written on the amp in marker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yep, that's punk rock. Or it showed me there was another one. It was a head for a kick drum for the Damned, and it said the Damned across it, but it was totally like smashed in.
Yeah. Dude, in my punk band, I can't tell you how many times we broke shit and we just duct taped it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have a lot of money, you know what I mean?
Well, that's
So
what
you're like,
that's what punk rock bands did, though. They were like, I have the cheapest Fender I can buy.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter.
I'm
As long
carrying
as
it. It's not in
first
a
act.
guitar case. It's in like a garbage bag. Like, that's
Yeah.
how I'm carrying it around.
Do you have a strap for that? No.
Yeah.
I play it while holding it really tight. I'm like, wow, dude, that's nuts. But stage shows were sweet with
Yeah.
those fucking shitty instruments. It didn't matter, man. Like, it still sounded good. Like, you didn't have to get good ass tone coming out of the manse. You know what I mean? You just kick on some distortion and play fast, dude.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
it.
I don't know. I enjoy punk rock, and I like the influence that it's had. You know, I love bands like Sum 41, Blink 182. Like, Sum, for instance, was a little less pop punky than Blink. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. But like I said earlier about like bands being like a flash in the pan. That was the thing with like Blink 182 though. You listen to Dude Ranch and then you go to like Enema of the State. It's the same. You know, it's not quite the same.
Yeah, they definitely changed. They changed members throughout that too.
Yeah.
Didn't they? Yeah. 'Cause
Travis
came in.
Barker wasn't the original drummer.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Oh man, I do love Blink 182 though.
Yeah, dude. But you know, it's listening to that and going back is almost like you said. You know, listening to like Suicidal Tendencies and then like Bad Brains. Like, they're like completely different shit.
Right.
Pop punk. So it's like mainstream media shit, like turned into punk rock.
I mean, would you say A Day to Remember is pop punk?
No.
Are they hardcore?
I would say they're more core. They're definitely metal. You know, their first stuff wasn't.
It's definitely a thing though where like punk is responsible for all the cores we have now. Metalcore,
Yeah.
hardcore. It all goes back. It literally all just goes back to the bands like the Ramones, the Damned, Misfits. Misfits would be a big one too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm wearing a Misfits shirt.
Yeah, and Misfits, they were considered horror punk. You know what I mean? Because they didn't sing about the same shit that other punk bands sing about.
They sing about like zombies and
I Want Your Skull.
I Want Your Skull.
Yeah,
and
like, you know,
Little Angel
collections.
Fuck.
Yeah, collections of dead bodies in your fucking basement and shit. Like, and people were really into that, man. Like, I think that really brought out a lot of the goths.
They invented the Devil Lock. They invented the Devil Lock.
What the hell is it? Oh, the
Yeah.
Oh,
They invented
yeah.
the Devil Lock.
Shit.
Fucking.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh god, the lead singer of AFI.
Davey Havoc.
Yeah, Davey Havoc used to have a Devil Lock.
Huge one, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was way down there. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, you can take punk rock and then you can turn it into fucking 12 different other things. You know?
I mean, with AFI, I used to love AFI.
Yeah.
And then they were like, our new single, Miss Murder, comes out. I'm like, all right, maybe they're going to get away from the Sing the Sorrow shit and go back to some fucking Art of Drowning. And then I heard it and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is not the same at all.
No.
Yeah. Miss Murder was like...
That was the death of punk rock for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I died inside.
Yeah, it was sad. I liked when they did... like, I'm pretty sure they recorded the video for Days of the Phoenix, like, way later, because it seemed very... like, high def, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but... Looking at Davey Havoc and seeing him in them fucking tight leather pants, you're just like, dude, that's a punk band? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
He had like his nails like Sharpied black.
yeah. And then you fucking listen to Sing the Sorrow, and, you know, in the video, he's got his hair blown in the wind with, like, flowers and shit. And you're like, what? This isn't punk rock.
You're not a high school football hero anymore. God damn you.
Get out of here, dude. Yeah. So, I mean, like, do you listen to any punk rock albums as of today, you know?
I'll still get really drunk and listen to like Milo Goes to College or Band in DC or I'll listen to the Cramps.
Yeah. I've never listened to the Cramps at all.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I like the Cramps.
I don't know. I mean, I can't say I don't like them. I just definitely don't know them.
No, this is gonna be one of those things where we're gonna have to go over to the computer whenever we're done, and you're gonna have to listen to some stuff.
For sure, dude. I'll show you the Unseen too because they were different. They were cool though.
One of the last albums I bought was a Snapcase album. It was Looking Glass Self. It was right before I bought the Limp Bizkit albums. That was one of their albums because they're from Buffalo, New York. They did a reunion show. They did a 25th anniversary reunion because one of the members now is like a college professor, and I forget what the other guys are doing, but they broke up in like 2003 and.
Okay, so now here comes the big question. The big one. Do you think punk rock is dead?
No.
Fuck yes.
No.
Yes! Yeah, punk rock is definitely not dead. You cannot kill an idea, and that is something I want everybody to understand. You cannot kill an idea.
People are still going to be influenced by those bands. I mean, people still listen to those bands. Like, they're fucking...
There's going to be my kid upstairs, fucking 16 years old. I'm going to come in and be like, hey, dude, check this out. Bam. And then he's going to be like, fuck you, I'm not coming to dinner tonight, Dad.
There's a lot of fake, like, punks out there. Like, you'll see people that have, like, they'll have a Fiend Skull shirt. And I'm like, okay, you don't even know what that is. Or they're like, I like the Dead Kennedys. Okay, what song do you like? Holiday in Cambodia. Can you name another Dead Kennedys song?
Yeah.
No, dude, Holiday in Cambodia is a sick song, though.
Yeah, see, I'll honestly admit, like, I never got into Dead Kennedys, so I've never really listened to a lot of their shit.
Well, no, that's...
I probably only know a couple of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know them by name. You play them, put them on a jukebox, and be like, yeah, I guess I have heard that one before, you know?
Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables is a good album.
Oh, man.
And that's a really good name, too.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Well, you'll show me some shit. I mean, see, like, and that's what I like about doing this podcast, dude. Like, I'm hopefully there's somebody out there who's also never heard of that.
I'm hoping that someone has never listened to punk rock before has listened to this podcast right now, and they just have written down every band that I've name dropped or every album that I've name dropped, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go listen to that because really, it's not gonna take up that much of your time.
No, yeah. Yeah, like Minor Threat, every fucking song was 46 seconds. Like
I think Minor Threat's like entire discography is like a half hour. Like all 15
7 albums.
Yeah. We have 15 albums. It'll take you 45 minutes to get through.
Wow. No wonder you guys had so much music to write. All right, we got Minor Threat up next, and they're going to play 14 songs for us. Bro, the show's only till 9. Fucking 8:22, they're done. Like, what the fuck? Do we have anybody else coming on? No, that's it, man. Wow, you guys fucked it up with your headliner here.
That's what I think is like the turnoff for some people, though, is the songs are so short. Like, I tried to get my brother. I'm like, hey, brother of mine, you listen to punk rock. He's like, I can't get into it. I'm like, why? He's like, I just don't. But I think it's because the songs are so short.
Yeah.
They come at you, and then they're done like that.
Yeah.
It's not like you can, like, really get into it and like lyrically, it's not like the content's like super.
Well, a lot of the newer punk bands, I would say, you know, like after 2000s, proof, you know, that punk definitely isn't dead. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of those guys, they had a lot of lyrical content, especially when it came to like, you know, the government, people, you know, just robbing other people over stuff like Anti-Flag, for example, like, you know, gotta die for your government, like. They're basically saying, like, hey, you're going to war for nothing. You're literally just dying for them so that everything's better for you. Or not better for you. I said that wrong.
And even with you saying, like, punk, I can't name any, like, modern punk bands, per se. But I know, like, if you still go to... If you see, like, Bad Religion or, like, Social Distortion comes around here, people go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I've been to the Social D show a few years ago. Whenever they came to, like, Austin Town. And people were paying an extra $50 to be in the VIP section. And all it was you were 10 feet closer to the stage.
Yeah.
There was a 10 feet in front of the stage. It was like an extra like $50 to get to. And people were like, yep. I'm like, okay. Because here's the stage. Here's like your 5 feet of cushion. Here's another 10 feet. And here's somebody who paid, you know, like from me to you away. You paid $50 more to stand there. And I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
And there's like a rope separating us. Like, enjoy your VIP section.
Yeah, definitely VIP, bro.
Yeah.
They did it for the ropes. Did they get champagne bottle service or no?
No. No? I think maybe you might have got maybe something off of drinks or something. I don't know, but you just got to be close to the stage.
Yeah, that's dumb. And see, like, old punk shows, like, that didn't happen at
Old
all.
punk shows, no. You just went in there and you could run up on stage and
Fucking
jump off.
GA, baby. General admission.
That's where fucking crowd surfing was invented.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody's going to jump off a stage and do a stage dive, like, you better hope there's somebody there to catch him. Well, how are we going to put this guy down? I don't know. Throw him back onto the stage. Everybody just starts pushing him up. Fuck it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
How many, like, good punk shows have you been to?
Me? I've only ever seen Social Distortion live. That was it.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only one.
Man. Yeah, there's some good ones that came through here. And surprisingly, you know what I mean? Like, after 2000, like, I'm talking like closer to 2008, 2009. One band that I'm sad that I missed out on was Whole Wheat Bread. Like,
I love Holy Bread.
that is such a cool ass band.
I don't even know if they're still around.
I don't either.
Duval!
Yeah, but dude, Whole Wheat Bread, just some gangster ass black dudes fucking playing punk rock, man. About like the craziest shit. They did punk rock covers of, what was that, Lil Jon?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, up in the club. Like, jeez, man. Like, I got really into that shit. Like, they were cool as hell. They had a lot of different sounds too per each song. You know what I mean? They reminded me a lot of like kind of like what is it? Old Man Samson had that like Dropkick Murphys vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because, and it was just thinking about a man who was at a bar.
he's a
And,
fucking alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill himself. And they're like, dude, you should stop drinking. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna go back to the bottle or bar and buy another round. Like, and that's after he crashes his car. You know what I mean? So there was lyrical content in that shit. But like I said, punk's not dead, dude. Whole Wheat Bread came out in what, like 2007, 2006, maybe even 2004.
it would have been like 2000. I think it might have been like 2005, because I remember whenever Mike and I had the busting heads.
Yeah.
We he's wearing in our picture on our MySpace. He's wearing the shirt that says "I love black people," which is a Whole Wheat Bread shirt.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
People are like, dude, that's racist. They're like, have you ever listened to Whole Wheat Bread?
Wow.
Like, no.
You could have even seen them because you lived in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I, like if they were still around, like that would have been a thing to do.
I don't know if they are still around or not.
Yeah, I don't think they are, but they didn't get as big as I thought they would be.
I
but
thought
you
they
could
would
still
be
look them
bigger.
up on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Well, their original bassist got arrested for like robbing a store or
Oh,
something with like a
jeez.
squirt gun. He had like a painted squirt gun or something. He tried robbing.
Spray
a store.
painted the orange tip on it and everything.
Yeah, something like that. But he got arrested, and then they got a new bassist, and then like their second album, like Hearts of the Hoodlums, or I forget what it was called, but it was different. It wasn't the same. It wasn't as punk rock. It was more just like a rock album. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you see they do the cover on I can't repeat the stuff they say, but the cover where they're playing Weezer's Sweater Song, but singing the lyrics to Roll Call by Lil Jon.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so genius. Who would have thought of that?
And you guys can't do this.
Yeah.
This is original as fuck. Yeah, that's a good thing, man. I don't know. Any other like sweet punk bands that you've seen that are local-ish?
No, not in a long time.
Not since like
Go-
2005.
I had
around
to,
here
I had
at
to look,
least.
I had to look something up on my phone because whenever we're talking about like punk rock, like being like, you know, throwing people out, like you're just bodies everywhere, people running around, jumping off stage. Saturday Night Live had, I didn't remember the name of the band. It was Fear. They had on in the 80s, and they were a punk band, and they are permanently banned from ever being on Saturday Night Live again because they destroyed the set. Like, people were running up. It's crazy to watch it. And you're like, this is Saturday Night Live because there's people on stage. Like, people were just moshing and throwing shit and breaking stuff. They apparently did like $200,000 worth of damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the video's online. It's fucking great.
That's like, there's even a meme with like a guy's face, like, and it's like when the lead singer of the band's like, I want to tear this whole venue to the ground. And the club owner be like, yo, could we not do that? It's like every time I've gone to a punk show, you'll see a sign up there that says no moshing. And I'm just like, huh, okay, dad.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, yeah, you, I don't know. It's impossible. Circle pits, mosh pits, crowd surfing, jumping. Dude, it's everywhere,
Every
man.
time you go to, like, every time. I feel like if you go to, like, a punk show, like, whenever I see it online, it's always, like, there's, like, a bunch of people with no shirts on. I'm like, did you come here with a shirt?
Yeah.
And they're just, like, flinging their arms around, just jumping off of shit. Like, no.
Sweaty is all
Sweaty. Nothing. Like, they don't care about anything.
But neither do you when you're there, dude. Like, You know what I mean? Like, you probably get in there and you're like, dude, this is gross as fuck. And then you get in that pit and you're enjoying the music and you're like, fuck everything. Like, I don't even care. This is great. Hey, bro, throw some more forehead sweat on my way, please. I need some of that. Here, you can have some of mine. Like, everybody gets along. Like, yeah, you get your occasional drunk fuck who wants to start a fight for something.
Yeah, but that's
everybody's there for
that's
the
at every
scene,
show.
dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's the movement. It's like, fuck yeah, we're out here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like, punk rock nowadays, can't say it's the same. But I do hope that there's going to be somebody out there who makes something sweet. Like, going back, okay, talking about the Refused.
The problem is if they do it, you're not going to hear about it for like 5 years after they've broken up.
Yeah. Like, okay, so Refused. Like, didn't hear about that shit till after they were broken up. But that album, I really enjoyed, like, especially the name of it and then the way they sounded, like the shape of punk.
It's
to
very
come.
arrogant for them to be like,
They're
this
like,
is the shape of punk to come.
Yeah, dude. Like, this is the evolution right here.
A bunch of Swedish communists.
And but, dude, it was so good.
They are.
Like, it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, you can have that arrogance, man, because, that shit blew up, man. They're like, hey, now look at bands, dude. You can listen to a lot of shit that sounds like New Noise. You can listen to a lot of shit that sounds like their album.
I mean, there's a lot of. Paramore referenced fucking Refused in one of their songs.
Really?
Yeah, there was something that she says that was from New Noise, but I forgot which Paramore song it was.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna look that up. Jamie, look that up for me, please.
Yeah, Jamie, look that up for me.
All right, guys. Jamie's on hiatus for the moment.
Yeah, we haven't had a Jamie since episode 1.
Yeah, we don't have a Jamie. Shout out to people who have a Jamie, because I never realized how much I took that for granted. But if you guys are looking to be part of this podcast and help us look stuff up on a computer, please just let us know.
Yeah,
just let us know.
Be no matter what your name is, you will be Jamie to us.
Yeah, we're just gonna call you Jamie. Hey, my name's Steven. No, yeah, Jamie, shut up. Like, look this up. So you got to take that if you're gonna apply for the part. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take the abuse of being called Jamie.
Preferably, your name is Jamie, but we
Yeah.
will take non-Jamies.
Yeah, if there are any Jamies out there, that'd be sweet. I will definitely take that.
If there are any Jamies that want to look that up.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to go ahead and look up some Jamies, that'd be sweet. But I don't know, man. I think we served our purpose here.
Yeah.
I want people. You guys should definitely go look up these albums, especially the ska punk stuff, because Kenny's a bitch.
It's just hard for me to like talk about punk because it's
so emotional.
It's not that it's emotional, right? It's just like you just hear it and you're like, that's what I like that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's real deep or anything. It's just, hey, fuck the government. Fuck the government. You're like, yeah, I like that.
What is it? The Vandals? Government Cheese? Or what? No, Anarchy Burger by the Vandals. They just sing about some stupid shit. America stands for freedom, but if you think you're free, try walking into a deli and urinating on the cheese. Anarchy Burger, hold the government. Anarchy Burger, hold the government. And you're like, what the fuck is this, dude? Yeah, like, that's sweet. Like, you can have fun with punk rock. Like, when we were in our band, Subtle Nightmare, when we played a show, we had this one song called Jaded Youth, and right before we go, we like play this little intro part, and then Roland would say something like 1, 2, 3, go, and then we told him like every time like we play it, like, dude, just say something different. And then we're like playing it live, and we're like get ready to like start the song, and he's like, Sonny D is really good, and then we just start playing it. Like, what I mean? It was fun as fuck. Like,
yeah.
Nobody heard our shit before; they didn't know. But if you heard that, and they're like, yeah, dude, Sonny D's great. I'm gonna fucking tear this place to shreds over Sonny D.
Yeah.
It was sweet, man. There's definitely a lot of anger, but yeah, I guess you're right, man. It was a flash in the pan, but it is set in stone now. It's kind of like a brand rather than, that flash. It was just like, shh, like they left their mark, dude. Now everybody knows. Like,
yeah.
You cannot deny punk rock no matter what you do.
I'm sure there's so many people that go into Hot Topic and just buy a Sex Pistols shirt without ever actually listening to Sex Pistols.
Have you ever heard the song Hot Topic is Not Punk Rock?
No.
By MC Lars?
No, but it's 100% true.
You have to hear it. He goes through everything in that store. He's like, Sex Pistols boxer shorts are not punk rock. And he just like starts naming stuff that's punk or like supposed to be punk, and then just says it's not punk rock. It's like 2 minutes long, but it's hilarious, dude. And like we actually did a video in high school, and what was it? Oh yeah, we did The Holocaust is not punk rock, and we just took that song and played it in the background, but then it was just me and Roland like saying shit over top of it, and we made our own lyrics. But it was like we weren't even singing. It was just like
Yelling.
yeah. No, I mean Roland would even talk at certain points. Like burning people's bodies is not punk rock. Like it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Like I said, dude, punk's fun. Punk's something you can definitely get into and enjoy. You can have fun with. You can write punk rock pretty easily. What, 3 chords? A lot of punk songs have 2.
There's no solos.
No, not at all. So if you guys can't shred, like, don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Just play 5-7-7. That's all you need. Just a little A. That's all you need. And go from there, dude. Go from there. So start some shit up. Bring this movement back.
Yeah.
If you guys write me a punk song, I'll write one, and I'll even play it fucking live.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right.
it.
Yeah. Let's do a punk show.
We should.
North Sharon Fire Hall.
Yeah, dude. Let's bring it back. We could call everybody. Hey, man, you guys still got that red hairspray? I need to borrow that for Kenny's mohawk. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for tonight, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Be sure to keep up with our Facebook. I think that's going to be our most updated social media page at the moment.
We'll get a twatter soon.
Yeah, one of those. But
an Instagram.
yeah, you can
Snatch chat.
Snatch chat for sure. Oh, dude, we should be snapping right now. Why don't we start our own shit?
I want to open up a strip club sports bar called Long Snappers.
I would go to that.
All right, guys. Thank you for stopping in. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell so you stay notified. You get notification when we upload new videos.
Remember, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to us on YouTube, but it helps us out in the long run to get noticed on that featured page. So please keep clicking them buttons. Like Kenny said in prior episodes, if you guys got anything you want to hear us talk about, leave a comment, drop it on the Facebook page, drop it on the YouTube, whatever you want, man. Just let us know, because we're down to, study something up, and, if we know about it, fuck yeah, we're going to talk about it.
Give us some, actually do give us some love there too, because we can start opening up our episodes where we can just be answering your questions.
Yeah, for sure. We can do some live streams and, just like pay attention to the comments the whole time. Do a completely different setup than this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a little more personal. So, yeah, guys, tune in next week for the grunge episode.
Deuces.
Keep it punk.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sunny D is really good!